The Walkers didn't believe in ghosts. So why did they flee their first home, vowing never to return? For 3 years, childhood sweethearts Patricia and Derek Walker were homeless. Staying with their in-laws, they anxiously waited for Falkirk County Council to provide them with their first home.
By the time they actually gave us the keys to the house, my son was 7 months old, and it was the first house, lovely area. It's where I grew up, and I was quite happy with the house they'd actually given me.
We basically jumped at the chance to take, get our own house, because it was obviously starting our own family, and everything was great then.
I just knew it was an eerie feeling, as if someone was watching you. Something was there.
It wasn't long before Patricia Walker's fears increased.
I was standing in the hall, and I was fixing my hair. I was just getting ready to go out. There was a very overpowering smell or smoke or coal.
These things aren't happening. These things can't happen.
As the weeks rolled on, Patricia began to feel more and more frightened that the house held a dark secret. And if so, who would be next?
We would go into the room and check on him, and he'd be fine. It was also shouting things like mum or mummy, and at that time, son couldn't speak. I knew that my son were seeing and experiencing things that I had no control over.
Basically, it was actually hard for me to believe it. So that meant I wasn't believing what Tricia was saying. And then that would cause arguments between us.
Patricia was having a hard time convincing her husband that their dream home could be haunted.
The words of, "You're psycho, there's something wrong with you, this house is fine." I was imagining this, I was making things out to be worse than they actually were.
And then he broke us up in a big way.
But was Derek wrong to ignore his wife's pleas?
It was actually one night I was lying in my bed, just fell asleep. It was very frightening, very, very frightening. You felt as if you were actually being held down. Can't explain why it happened now. Not believing Patricia and then seeing something like that actually made me feel like an idiot.
I just felt totally devastated. I thought it takes you having something done in front of your face before you actually believe me.
helpless. I felt helpless about everything that had happened. From that day, she basically got my full support.
Although Derek was now on Patricia's side, their disturbing experiences were taking their toll.
She was actually a nervous wreck.
My mind was going through so many things. Someone or something deliberately targeting me and my son. He's looking down at me as if, you know, tell me why are you here, what are you doing here? Although your instincts are get up, get out, I physically couldn't move. The fear had literally frozen me. The actual smoke smell came when it was deliberately targeting me out. Brought me that so low down, I didn't know where else to go or what to do.
As Patricia reached breaking point, the council offered the Walkers another house. Their ordeal was over.
I'm not a wealthy person. I don't have a lot of money. And if you offered me £1 million to go back to that house, I'd tell you no.
We shouldn't have been in the house. Whether the house would have been theirs originally, I don't know. But that was the impression I got, like they'd want us out of the house. I thought I heard a voice say, get out. And at that, it was like, goodbye and good riddance.
But one question remained unanswered. What was the cause of the fear that traumatized the Walkers inside the house? Could the smell of smoke and coal hide a clue? In 1938, Kilsyth was rocked by a fire at one of the town's mining collieries. After nearly 12 hours fighting ferocious flames, rescuers discovered the full horror of what had happened. Huddled together in a cramped space, the bodies of 9 men were found, dead from smoke inhalation. And as the town mourned, the bodies of the victims were returned to their family homes, 2 of which were in Kirkland's Crescent.